Welcome back to another cooking video. Today we're gonna make jalapeno burgers. These are gonna be so amazing, you guys. So stick around if you guys want to learn how to do this. We're gonna start cooking. What I'm going to be using, and again, in my recipes, you guys can use what you have. Like if you guys have regular buns or ground turkey, you guys can still make it work. Just experiment, because cooking is all about fun. Like it's just fun. I'm gonna be using these Hawaiian bread, and then I'm going to be using ground beef. To flavor the meat, I'm going to be using 2 packets of green onion, red onion. You're going to need some Monterey Jack cheese. It has to be Monterey Jack. Has to be. You're also going to need jalapenos. You guys know how I'm obsessed with wax paper. We're going to warm this pan up, and then we're going to warm this pan up that's not even washed right, Skyla. You still have to wash them right. You're looking at making a video, or else I would make you do this again. So we're gonna get the ground beef, and I'm gonna be using veggie patties for me. Okay. Let's see if there's a way. Okay, so now I have my ground beef out, and I wish I would have put another thing right there so you guys could be lower. Okay, so I'm gonna get both my packets. I would say this is about maybe 3 pounds of ground beef, so I'm using 2 packets for that. And then I'm just gonna show you guys. Just gonna pour these on. Sorry. And now I'm just gonna like mix it together. I'm going to drain these jalapenos while I'm doing that. Alright, so I'm going to let that marinate for a while I start making the jalapenos. Wash my hands for the 80th time today. Okay. So these jalapenos are nice and drained. We're just going to move this to the side. And this is why I love wax paper. Like, literally just going to put that back there. Now I'm going to cut the jalapenos up like in little slices.
I am your butterfly. I need your protection, be my samurai. I am your butterfly. I need your protection, need your protection.
So this is about 1.5 cans of jalapenos. They're just nice and you can buy them already cut. I think they're cheaper when you buy them whole. So like if I could save, a few dollars, it's like literally like $2.50 cheaper. So obviously I'm gonna go with this. This is so hot, this pan. Okay, sorry about the AC that was on earlier. Okay, so now this pan is nice and warm, and I need sugar. I have sugar here, and I'm going to pour this in the pan. I would say that's about 1 cup of sugar. But remember guys, I don't measure, I just eyeball. And then I'm going to put my jalapenos in there. I'm going to get a wooden spoon for this. Stir away. And you want to cook this on the super low heat. This is just generic Winkle salt, and I'm just going to pour a little salt. As much salt as you like. But the salt is going to bring out the flavor, which is so crazy because I never knew that until Rick taught me that. I don't know if you guys know that Rick's a chef, and that's where I learned how to cook. That's why I learned how easy it was to cook, because there's a lot of things that I make that he's never made before, but I just he really taught me like the basics. I don't know if that makes any sense. Anyways, okay, so now we're just gonna let this baby cook and simmer together. Look how good that looks. And if you guys don't like that much spice, if you guys feel like, oh, that looks too spicy for my family, you can always devein the jalapenos, and you want to use canned though, that's a must, but you can always take the seeds out if you want, and it'll be less spicy. Again, we're a family that likes spice. We're just gonna let this cook. I'm gonna flatten it out also, you guys, because we want to make sure that the sugar is covering every step. If it's not enough, you can always add a little water, so I'm gonna add a little water. We just want that to simmer. Okay. So let that simmer, and I'm gonna wash some dishes. watch as I go. I'm terrible at that, by the way. Like, I feel like I'm getting better at it, especially like making these cleaning videos, but I'm terrible at cleaning as I go. But I'm getting better, guys. It's all about like teaching yourself. Now I'm gonna need this cutting board again. Skylar, can you put this stuff away right here and throw this away? Okay, so now we're gonna let that heat up and we're gonna start making our burgers. I feel like this is a quick like dinner. Like the longest thing is gonna be the jalapenos. The meat's gonna cook nice and fast. So now we're gonna get our meat and I'm just gonna like pat it down. You guys, I'm sure you guys know how to do this. You guys can add salt too. Like I'm gonna make this enough salt, like let the family get used to it, but sometimes they need a little salt depending on what you like. So if you guys want to like add more salt, you guys could. I feel like with the ranch seasoning though, you don't need to add salt, but because I'm doing it like this. The best way for me to make patties is to squeeze it in. Like to do that and then just kind of like smash it down. All on your hand. See how I'm like molding it? Kind of like muscle. Put some muscle into it. And then, because if you don't do that, it's going to fall apart. I'm going to raise the heat a little bit so we can get this a little bit quicker. Kind of cool, huh? To try and make like quick meals. Because I cook late. That's one thing about me. I cook a late dinner, so I'm always like cooking really fast. That's why I think I have like my little techniques. It's all about like order. How perfect that is. So just so you know, about 3 pounds of meat. I make healthy patties, but you know how they shrink when you cook them? 3 pounds of meat is going to make about 7 to 8 burgers. Like you could stretch it out and make more, but I don't eat meat, so I only have to worry about, you know, a little bit. But if you wanted to stretch it out, you could totally make more. Look at this, is already boiling. I'm going to put on a little bit of a higher heat. And then I remember I saw a cooking show where they said once the blood's on top of the meat, that's when it's ready to flip. Okay, so this is nice and this over here is nice and look at that. That's all right. So this is ready to flip. And the luxury of wax paper, we're just gonna move it on over. This is, the cutting board is still clean, and I'm going to get the cheese ready for the burgers. I'm just gonna use this. I'm just gonna slice it here. This is broken, I guess. You never know with kids what's gonna like still be usable and what's not. You know, kids just surprise the shit out of you sometimes. Okay, and we're just gonna slice some cheese. And then I got my onion. So okay, so I want to explain to you guys about onion. I remember I was in the grocery store once, and these two ladies were talking, and she's like, they were talking in Spanish, and one of the ladies is like, oh, you know what onion should I get? She goes, get anyone. Onion's onion. She said, cebolla es cebolla. Anyways, I like laughed because I always thought that too until Rick taught me that there's different ways to use onion. Like this one is to eat raw. White is for like chicken. You can also have it raw, but it's just like really good for like white meats, lighter meats. And then the yellow is like for beef, ground beef and all that. So for hamburgers, I always suggest for you to go with this. Cheese ready. Come on, focus. So I have the cheese ready and I have the onion ready. I don't cut a lot of onion because like only Rick eats onion. Everyone else is like, oh. But I want to put onion in it just to show you guys how to do it. So I'm going to take the burger out. I'm going to flip it over on the heat side. And I'm going to add my cheese. That way it melts. So like this one is going to be for Rick. So I'm going to take 2 pieces of onion. I'm going to put them like that. And then I'm going to put the cheese on over. So that way that melts beautiful. And then look at this one is just without cheese. With cheese, without cheese. My God. Very spicy, but the glaze, you could just see the glaze. I don't know if it's catching on camera, but oh, there you go. You could see it. Look at that glaze. I mean, isn't it? Mmm. Mmm. And this is going to be for my buns. I'm going to put it back there. So you're going to get your Hawaiian bun. And the whole thing with Hawaiian is it's a little sweet. So that's why you want to go with sweet. It just brings out the flavor. You get your mayonnaise. I'm just going to get some and put it on my buns. And then on my already warm pan, I'm going to fry it. This. Fry it. I need new pans so bad. Look at that glaze. Did you see that? Ooh, oh yeah. That's all glaze. Spicy glaze. So when you're cooking your bun, you want to kind of, hear that? You want to make sure that it sizzles in the middle. Now we're going to turn off the jalapenos. Okay. So, I'm going to be so pissed at myself for that. Okay, so there. And now we're going to get some candied jalapenos. I'm just going to pour them on top. Oh my god, that looks so good. Got your bun right here. There we go. And then you want to, I'm going to pair it with barbecue chips. Brown. There you go. That is your perfect boneless wing. Look at that. Now that is what you want. Like, tell me your family wouldn't love you for making them this.